This is Brian Anderson, joined courtside by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce.
Already losing twice to this club in as many games, this is their last chance to save face. If they fail tonight, they're going to get dragged, and it's going to be ugly.
Without question. I mean, they do not want to get swept. It's that simple. And that wouldn't go well with them. Wouldn't go over well with their fans or coaching staff. You don't want to have to think about that all off season. Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
Well, Grant, all the high hopes Knicks fans have had in recent years, they have finally come to fruition.
Yeah, it really was good to see the Knicks have a great campaign last year. From the players to the coaches to the front office and the fans. They've pressed all the right buttons.
Inside, Black. And he buries his first look.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Jackson, the screen. Here's Billups. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Terrific design and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim.
Now here's Irving. Taking a look at his numbers, averaging about 11 a game. Some solid defense from Coulibaly. Indiana on offense. To the middle. Here's Jackson. Pass to Billups. Jackson, the screen. Shot clock at 6. The three. It's rebounded by New York. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Just a bit ago, Rick Carlisle and I were able to chat. The biggest focus on the defensive end, the big man, Joel Embiid. Coach telling me that they've talked a lot about how to defend Embiid. They have a great film session on it, but at the end of the day, he said Joel is a monster down low, so there's only so much you can do. It'll be fun watching the process do his thing tonight, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. New York shooting their first free throws of this game.
And, guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
Both free throws good from Irving. And the Pacers started last season all offense, Grant, but even they knew that would not be sustainable.
Yeah, Coach Carlisle prodded them to at least get to average on the defensive end. And there's no question they have the tools to do it. And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. The shot no good.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of a slump.
Down low. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Irving. Here we go, one-on-one. And Embiid throws it down.
Boy, that's how you execute in transition, guys. Embiid realizing an opportunity and then jumping all over.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
Floats one. The rebound by Jackson. Indiana trailing here. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played.
Now, the question is, do you leave him in? A third foul this early could spell trouble.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
You know, he's been one of those players they've wanted on the line as much as possible this season, especially in close games, guys.
Well, so much can be said about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s versatility, but I'd like to praise his team-first mindset. If the dirty work needs doing, he's got it, as long as it helps his team get the win.
A nice shot by Smith.
You know, Smith came into the league as a capable and confident shooter off the catch.
Irving with it. He has 6. To the inside. Here's Embiid. Second shot opportunity. Rebounded by Johnson. Murray from outside. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
You know, sometimes the defense isn't expecting Murray to pull up off the dribble. Maybe they should be.
Outside Eason. Dort outside. Pass to Embiid. Back to Dort. To the wing, right side. Robbed. Oh, and a fast break for the Pacers. Murray from outside. Here's Billups. And here's Coulibaly. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Smith. No luck. They battled on the glass, but they couldn't knock it down. And the shot's good by Irving. Irving's got 8.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
It's a tie game in Indiana, and the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment.
The Knicks, 12.
And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And guys, what's your take on Indiana so far?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
All right, Grant, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA, you think?
Star treatment? What is that, B.A.? No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders them on the 50-50 calls. So it really just all depends.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Grayson Allen. That's his first foul of the game. Knicks on D. To the paint. Here's Markkanen. And Markkanen with the stuff.
You know, when Markkanen's in this deep, he should be dunking it every time. I like to see him use his size like that.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, Lauri Markkanen's shooting stroke at 7 feet tall had former Mavericks coach Rick Carlisle comparing him to Dirk. Lauri said it feels good to hear that because he's obviously a Hall of Famer, but there's still a long way to go, and it gives me more motivation to keep getting better. He's not getting a big head, Brian.
No, he's not, and that's the way you have to approach it to be great. Thanks, Allie. Inside. Oh, look at the flush from Markkanen.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Just 5 on the clock. To the middle. Here's Jones. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
And that one's good. Markkanen.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
And Grant, when you look at Darius Garland, he has a very polished offensive game.
Absolutely. He's great at creating for himself, but also knows when to get others involved. He can score from anywhere, and he works incredibly hard on his craft.
And it's the Pacers with the ball. Following the bucket by the Knicks. Garland with the ball. And it's Giddey picking him up. Kicks it out to Markkanen. No good from outside. The Knicks with the lead. Pass to Giddey. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
And here's Markkanen, defended by Jones. Giddey into the lane. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray.
Onto the court for the Pacers. Number 28.
To the inside, Jones. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
Slithery inside. Garland has that short area quickness.
Outside Giddey. Pass to Jones. And stolen by Murray. In transition, here they come. And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
A sharp steal and some quick offense cuts it down to a one-possession game. Well done.
And here's Stewart. Back to Giddey. There's the alley. Out of bounds. It'll be Indiana's ball.
You know, that's just sloppy basketball giving away a possession. No real reason for that turnover.
Indiana trailing here. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Pretty even game going on here in Indiana. After this game, they can look forward to Washington, where they'll match up against the Wizards. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game. And the foul on Jaren Jackson. That's his first foul of the game. 54 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Down low. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Hey, I know he makes a lot of threes, but he is not just a shooter. Finney Smith will throw it down on you if you're not careful.
Out to Garland. Jackson surveying the D. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Phillips. The Knicks with the rebound.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Ford outside. Here's Finney Smith. And the 3 off target. Here's Johnson. And he can't jam it through. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. New York out in front. They lead by 1. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Now here's Dort. Still no points.
Pacers foul. Chauncey Billups. First personal foul. First team foul.
Outside Irving. And the foul on Jaren Jackson. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
On defense, the Pacers. They trail by 1. Screen by Embiid. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. So far, he's made all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4. That free throw good from Irving. Indiana on offense. Outside Murray. Pass to Jackson. The three ball. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist. Jackson's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Black. Looking at his numbers, putting up 8 points a game. Now here's Dort. 5 to shoot. Here's Irving. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Irving's got 13.
His shooting has been fantastic, and this team has leaned on him.
Jackson, the screen. To the inside. Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Adding to his game over time. When Jackson spots his open teammates like this, the offense runs much smoother.
Here's Easton. Pacers with a rebound. Right side Murray. Deflects the pass. Outside Coulibaly. Jackson left side to the paint. Irving looking around. Murray with it. He's picked up by Easton. Jackson left side. And that misses. That would have put him up. And so it's Embiid who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. It's a one-point game. And Grant, DeJounte Murray, a bit of a throwbacks player. He's comfortable attacking at all 3 levels.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he does a lot of work in the mid-range for a guard. He's very comfortable with any shot on the floor. Not shy about putting up a ton of attempts if that's what's needed.
Here's Billups. Checking the numbers. He's averaging close to 15 a game. Beyond the arc. And it's Coulibaly missing.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
Here's Embiid. No stopping Joel Embiid. Wow.
Hey, go to that whenever you can. I mean, Embiid has a huge advantage in size and skill.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
Substitution on the court.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here.
2 minutes.
Offensive rebound, Pacers. Pass to Billups. Inside. Goes back up. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Second personal foul. Second
And for a
team foul.
scorer as prolific as Markkanen, he doesn't need the ball in his hands too often.
So many of his scores come off assists. So just a great sense of when to get into space and become available.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Irving for 3. Offensive rebound. It's Eason with the jam.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
Pacers trail by 8. To the middle. Pass to Billups. A minute 4 left in the third. Markkanen misses.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
They grab their own miss. Eason can't get it to go. Garland looking around. Here's Johnson. No good that time. And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. New York leading by 8. Pass to Finney-Smith. Outside Giddey. And the layup is good off the glass. Giddey's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Oh, showing off his moves. Giddey can be pretty sly with the ball.
Now Garland. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game. Back to Markkanen. Off target at the rim. And so it's the New York Knicks earning this break in the action, up 10. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. All right. With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store. Pacers trail by 10. Now here's Murray. From outside the arc. Dort grabs the miss.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Pass to Embiid. Back to Finney-Smith. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
And, you know, the evolution of Embiid continues. At 7 feet tall, he can look over defenders and make great passes, and he's got a nice feel for passing the ball.
An open look for Smith. Nice jump shot.
You know, they'll take the points, but I'm sure Coach would prefer a higher percentage look next time.
4th quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Out left to the wing. Irving for 3. The rebound by Jackson. This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
Back to Murray. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Defensive foul.
Well, you look at that situation. He thought he could keep Murray from converting if he got physical with him. You better think again.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. On the wing, Finney-Smith. Pass to Embiid. Here's Black. Fires for three. Sends it home from three-point land. And the Knicks lead by 10.
And they keep attacking from the three-point range here in the second half.
I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them. And as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
5 on the clock. Pass to Smith. And it's stolen by Finney-Smith. Here's Embiid. Up again. That shot off. He got it. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Knicks.
You know, all game long, they've imposed their will on the interior, scoring a lot of points in the painted area.
Yeah, one thing I think they should continue doing is attacking the break. Because right now, this defense has no answer for them when they do this.
Pass to Black. And here's Embiid. Outside Irving. Back to Embiid. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving.
And Embiid has this shot in his bag. He's confident from that area.
Murray with it. Smith outside. From deep. And it's Irving with a rebound. And Irving has got the ball here for the New York Knicks. To the right side. There's the steal. And they're on the break. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. Jackson outside. Indiana again missing. New York leading by 11.
You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands.
Yeah, he wanted credit for the basket and the assist on that one.
Kicks it out to Jackson. Murray inside. From about 19. Jackson can't get it to go.
And unlike some other guys, missing a wide open look won't hurt his confidence.
Throw it down!
He didn't. Oh,
wow!
Man.
You want some?
Woo!
You got some!
He was looking in the basket on that one.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Knicks.
Well, Grant, I don't know if there was one deciding factor in this game, but I'd say shooting accuracy if I had to choose.
Agreed, B.A. They really went...
Oh, my
Didn't
goodness!
leave anything in the bag on that one.
Yeah!
Bring it home. Send it in. Throw it down.
Pass to Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Boy, I like how Chauncey Billups looks to share the ball. He's a sturdy point guard with a great feel for when his guys are open.
Embiid, high post. Back to Irving. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. No good there. Here's Billups. And he banks in the layup. 26 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. No need to shoot. This one is done.
Yes, they've got...
Oh!
How about that
Powerful
one?
jam!
Woo!
Put that one-man show on Broadway.
That's one way to go with the alley-oop.
And fellas, he pulled it off to perfection.
Irving fires from way outside. No good. And so it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road, the wins can feel a little sweeter. This one has to feel extra special.